OpenAI just dropped an absolute bombshell, and it's not GPT-5, it's called Spud. I know the name sounds almost like a joke, but what we are looking at on this official landing page is terrifyingly powerful. The tagline reads, "The future of intelligence," backed by 2 solid years of fresh research and 18 grueling months of dedicated GPU infrastructure building. This isn't just an iterative update, it's a complete paradigm shift. They are calling it a fresh pretrain built completely from the ground up, moving away from the fragmented legacy models we're used to. It introduces what they call a big model feel, a genuinely smarter, more capable foundational layer that feels entirely different to interact with. Even Sam Altman is quoted here saying Spud will act as an economy accelerator. They are consolidating years of experimental initiatives into one unified, unshakable system. But let's look at what this actually means in practice. The landing page shows Spud tackling significantly harder problems with unprecedented nuance. Look at this example right here in the ChatGPT interface. The user gives it a complex, multi-step array cost problem. Spud doesn't just spit out a generic block of code, it breaks down the logic, defines the state, establishes the recurrence relation, and maps out a step-by-step calculation table before generating the optimal Python script using dynamic programming. It nails the minimum cost of 25 flawlessly. This level of advanced reasoning and superior coding capability means that the tasks that used to frustrate users, the ones where the AI would just get confused and stuck in a loop, are now solved instantly on the first try. Now, before we get into what Greg Brockman has been doing in the server room for the last year and a half to make this possible, listen closely. When generational foundational models like Spud drop, the gap between those who know how to deploy autonomous AI and those who just type prompts gets exponentially wider. That is why you need to be inside my private school community, the AI Money Forge. As you can see on screen, our members are already deep into building self-learning agents and complex workflows. Inside the Classroom tab, I am giving you complete step-by-step blueprints from setting up OpenClaw and Ollama completely locally to deploying advanced automation systems. This is the war room for AI entrepreneurs. It is completely free to join right now, but that window is closing soon. Click the link in the description, join the Forge, and get the exact frameworks you need to build a profitable AI business today. Alright, back to Spud. The performance section highlights exactly what makes this a generational leap. Advanced reasoning, nuanced understanding, superior coding, and multimodal mastery. But the real secret sauce is under the Architecture tab. OpenAI is officially adopting a one model to replace them all strategy. Instead of juggling specialized, fragmented models for chat, coding, or vision tasks, Spud unifies everything into a single, incredibly powerful base. This drastically reduces fragmentation and creates a foundation where compounding improvements will happen at a staggering pace. And to power this, Greg Brockman personally spent 18 months entirely focused on building the underlying GPU infrastructure. They literally had to rebuild their compute backbone from scratch to train a model this ambitious. As we scroll down to the Coming Soon section, the website drops some massive quotes directly from OpenAI's leadership. Greg Brockman explicitly states that Spud is an entirely new base pre-train, representing 2 full years of deep research finally coming to fruition. He describes it as having that big model smell, the exact point where the AI stops acting like rigid, frustrating software and starts dynamically bending to what you actually want it to do. CEO Sam Altman even goes on record right here saying that Spud has the capability to accelerate the entire economy. But here's the real kicker under the bigger picture section. OpenAI is officially calling Spud a major step toward AGI, boldly claiming that this new foundation gives them a clear line of sight to achieving artificial general intelligence within the next few years. They are no longer hiding their ultimate goal. Looking at the timeline, this has been in the works since the GPT-4o launch back in May 2024. We are now hitting research convergence, leading up to the official Spud reveal. In their own words, Greg Brockman describes Spud as having that big model smell, where the AI is actually much smarter, more capable, and bends to your will. They are not shying away from the ultimate goal either. This release is explicitly labeled a major step toward AGI, giving them a clear line of sight to artificial general intelligence within the next few years. And the industry context here is critical. Backed by a recent $122 billion valuation, OpenAI is using Spud to address all concerns about their pre-training scaling, directly challenge their competitors, and definitively reclaim the top spot on the benchmark leaderboards. The AI community on X is already tearing this apart. You can see the chatter right here about Greg Brockman's big model smell comments and the realization from developers that this is a completely new foundation, not just another incremental fine-tune. But the most telling post is this one from Wes Roth. He points out that we are looking at a massive industry collision. With the recent internal leaks of Anthropic's Claude Mythos model, which is being called the most dangerous model ever seen, and now OpenAI officially preparing the Spud model, the spring 2026 release cycle is shaping up to be the wildest, most disruptive period in AI history. The battle lines are drawn. Make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell, and join the school group below so you are prepared for what comes next.